Integrated Management was hired to be the development managers for Sturgeon Foundation, not-for-profit seniors facilitator. The organization was looking for an addition to be built to their existing assisted living facility. So it was an independent living apartment complex, basically, is what needed to be constructed. We suggested to them that they use off-site construction methodology to get this done in the shortest possible time and to get the highest quality of product.
For the affordable housing component, we've done some 200 units, multifamily units. Affordable housing, not-for-profit organizations where the party had money or received some money and put that together with government-related grant monies for the purpose of providing affordable housing. Affordable is defined by the Government of Alberta. And those parties, in a number of cases, just don't have the understanding of, first of all, how to even sometimes go to the government and apply in the right places to get those things. Next, they have to plan the actual site. They have to find a site sometimes, and so we assist in that regard as well. Sometimes they have no concept of exactly what kind of a physical structure needs to be built. Once that kind of thing is determined, the next thing that has to happen is you have to assemble a team of people, a team of consulting engineers, architects, specific elements that are required. Financing has to be attained. Financing for not-for-profit organizations is not always easy. So there's lots of times where specific skill sets, information, knowledge that are not widely known in the marketplace need to be brought to bear.
We knew what we wanted to provide because we had the property, could get the property. And our CEO, or CAO, was took a lot of initiative in setting forward a concept. But we did go through a number of vendors. We looked at solid steel and cement construction, stick build, and then finally down the road came the modular. And we really liked what we see, especially the construction time.
They elected to do that, which was a very courageous move on their part and on the part of the Government of Alberta in their support of this. We were successful in that we have a very green building that's now completed, and it was completed in 7 months and 4 days from shovel in the ground to occupancy permit, which is approximately half of normal construction time.
Well, we have some experience with the modular construction, and when IMR realized that we had some experience in it and they had the impetus to do it, it was a good team to come together and do the project.
When we came up with the end of the 7 to 8, 9 months projection, I thought, well, we're a little bit hesitant at first. Never been anything built so fast, like this size. But the more we looked at it and we hired our consultants, which worked through it with us, and it became a very viable image in our minds to go ahead and challenge it. We were very fortunate we did. 7.5 months from when we turned soil to when we had, and the people just love it.
And we toured Europe and toured some plants in Europe who were doing 80 or 90% of their construction with off-site techniques. I think this is absolutely a method for the future, particularly in cold climate and northern Alberta and areas like that, for sure.
My research area focused primarily on industrialization of the construction process, basically moving the work from on-site to an off-site, where you can work into a controlled environment, that you can control quality of the final product. At the same time, nevertheless, you need to understand the impact you can have that reducing the amount of CO2 emissions that contributed because of the shipment of trades, trucks to the site. That all will be eliminated. a preliminary study we did on this project, which shows a reduction of about 47% of CO2 footprint caused by the equipment and the people traveling to the site, heating during winter, tarping the buildings when you really don't need all of that, with the buildings they come incomplete. And also not to forget about the effect of that on the time. You could cut the time by probably 40 to 45% of what's intended to be if you stick frame the same product. Reason for us why we should go, and it is the way for the future of construction. Industrialization or modularization demands new degrees of understanding the model itself. When you ship it to the site, you need to ship it in a way that you put it together. To put it together, you would need to select the crane that is the type of a crane that will do the job without being excess in terms of cost. So you get the technically feasible cranes that can do the job, which one is the most cost-effective one. You could do that through a computer model, which was done just recently with in collaboration with IMR and other, and Cormode and Dixon. So the model will show you how to put it together and then give you a scenario-based analysis, which is the most effective way, cost-effective way to modeling or building, if you want. You'll build it in the screen before you move to site.
Well, I would make two observations. First of all, one can't really recognize that it is pre-built housing or modular housing. It looks like housing that was built from scratch in a conventional way. I'm also struck by the very nice architectural features that have been added here. From a longer term perspective, I think modular home construction, building construction holds a great deal of promise. It is much quicker. It can be done at a very high level of quality, and you can still provide enough customization so that everybody who resides in that building complex feels it is his or her own. This is a very efficient way of providing good quality housing, and I think this is a very good example of that.
You've got such a thing. It's totally seamless. It's absolutely beautiful. And I think earlier today, somebody indicated that some reporter referred to this as a Cadillac. So be it. If this is the wave of new construction in the province of Alberta, this is the kind of construction I think will have the least impact in our environment and will have the greatest effectiveness and efficiency in getting the project brought to a conclusion.
When you look at an innovative approach to building in terms of building it in a modular way, and Alberta is certainly becoming a leader in that kind of technology, and IMR is to be congratulated for being able to put this project together in a very reasonable amount of time, on budget, and to bring it forward as quickly as they did with the individual modules is really quite astounding, and that's the innovative approach that we need to building in the province. So I commend them for that.
And our goals in all of this is to provide a better product, but also a more sustainable product, something with a lower carbon footprint, greener technology, and things that will help us all in maintaining our environment the way we're supposed to.
You know, in talking to the residents, that's where you get your real sense of pleasure and satisfaction in your construction. I've talked to a number of them, they've all got thumbs up, they just love it.